This production is being brought to you by Battery Outfitters, powering everything from lawn tractors and sports cars to RVs and forklifts. With locations all over the Mid-South, they are your neighborhood battery store.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Quentin and you're watching Mid-South Outdoor Life. Right now I'm taking time out of filming one of my regular Fishing with Lucille episodes to cover something that I get asked about frequently on this channel. And that is, do catfish sting? Or in other words, people ask me really often if I ever get stung by a catfish because I handle so many of them shooting videos on this channel. Well, I just figured it was about time that I do a video to kind of explain or maybe to bust the myth of catfish stings. And it's really quite simple. Catfish do not sting. However, catfish do have what I'm going to call barbs. They have one here on the top of their body. They have them here on their pectoral fins. So 3 overall. All freshwater species of catfish are going to have barbs in those locations. Now, the truth of the matter is the most dangerous catfish that you can handle is a small catfish. This one, however, weighs about 8.5 pounds, and I'm gonna clean this one and take it home and eat it. I usually only keep catfish under 10 pounds because once they get over 10 pounds, they become far better breeders, and I like to keep those in the river so that they'll continue to produce more fish. However, when you're talking about fish under 10 pounds, I find that if they're under 5 pounds, that's when you have to start worrying about getting stuck by the barbs. If they're under 3 pounds, you definitely have to worry about getting stuck by the barbs. However, you're not really getting stung. The reason it burns is because the smaller they are, the more serrated their barbs are, and there's some things that are on the catfish, some bacteria and some other things that are going to make it burn when it pulls that barb out of your skin. However, if you handle a catfish appropriately, you don't really have to worry about getting stuck by the barbs. Most of the time when people get stuck by them, it's because the fish was flopping around. It's not because they tried to stick you. They were just bouncing around because they're unhappy because you caught them. This fish, however, is big enough that these barbs have begun to dull. They're rounded off for the most part. This one is a little sharp. This one is quite rounded. This one is a little sharp. So just handling it in a general sense, I'm not going to get stuck. However, if I was being really careless and this thing was fresh out of the water and flopping and bouncing back and forth on the deck with all its full strength, even these dull barbs could still penetrate my skin. So even up to this size, you want to use some caution, but it's the little guys, the 3-pounders, that you really have to worry about. So what's the right way to handle a catfish? Well, a popular one is to use fish grips and handle them by the mouth. I prefer not to do that for the most part. I'll usually just, depending on what size they are and the species, I'll stick my thumb in their mouth like that. However, channel cats, particularly male channel cats, they'll try to take your finger off, so sometimes on a channel cat you might want to use the fish grips. Flatheads, they're really easy to handle by the mouth. But another really good way is to handle them from the bottom. If you notice, I've got fingers around that barb and I've got a thumb behind this barb. And once I've isolated those barbs, this fish cannot stick me. If I was careless and I let him get loose and maybe I tried to catch him while he was flopping, I might get poked. But when you isolate those barbs with your fingers, whether it be from the bottom or the top, you can feel pretty confident that you're not going to get stuck by those barbs. So I hope that helped a little bit, show you guys a little bit about how to handle a catfish, and to kind of clear up the fact that you're not actually getting stung, so to speak, when you get poked by a catfish. If you guys like catfishing videos, or really any videos about fishing and living in a active and outdoor lifestyle, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because I do all kinds of cool stuff. Thanks for watching.
This production was brought to you by Battery Outfitters, powering everything from lawn tractors and sports cars to RVs and forklifts. With locations all over the Mid-South, they are your neighborhood battery store.